The rain hit Seoul's streets hard that night. Kim So-ra pulled her jacket tighter as she walked through the camp. The refugee center was full of people who had lost everything in the Mars War. She was on leave, but she couldn't just sit around. Her hands needed to stay busy. "Medic, please help," a man called out in pain. So-ra ran toward the voice. She found an older woman holding her bleeding arm. A piece of metal had cut deep into her skin. "It's okay," So-ra said softly. She opened her medical kit. Her hands moved fast but gentle. "This will hurt a little." The woman nodded. So-ra cleaned the wound and started stitching. Her fingers worked, like they had 1,000 times before. On Mars, in the field hospitals, during the worst days of the war, most people thought she was just a regular medic. They saw her small frame and quiet voice. They didn't know about the nanobots in her bloodstream. They didn't know about her cybernetic spine that made her faster and stronger. They didn't see the combat training that had kept her alive when others died. "Thank you," the woman said when So-ra finished. "You have gentle hands." So-ra smiled. "Rest now. The stitches will heal in a few days." She moved to the next patient. Then another. Hours passed. Finally, the camp grew quiet. "Dr. Park wants to see you," Lee Hae-jin said. She was a military nurse who helped at the camp. "He's in the supply tent." So-ra nodded and walked across the camp. Dr. Park Jin-woo was counting. Medical supplies. He looked tired. "We're running low on antibiotics," he said. "Can you make a trip to the depot?" "Of course. Take Choi Min-ho with you. He needs the experience." Min-ho was a young medical student, smart but nervous. So-ra found him organizing. "Bandages." "Come on," she said, "supply run." They walked to the depot 3 blocks away. The streets were empty. Most people stayed inside when it rained. So-ra kept her eyes moving. Old habits from the war. "How many people did you save today?" Min-ho asked. "I don't count," So-ra said. "I just help." At the depot, they loaded boxes of medicine into a cart. Painkillers, antibiotics, bandages. The cart was heavy, but they managed. On the way back, So-ra felt something wrong. The air felt different. Too quiet. Even for a rainy night. Then she saw them. 3 tall shapes moved from the shadows. They were not human. They had thin bodies and too many joints. Their skin looked like dark metal. Their eyes glowed yellow. "What are those?" Min-ho whispered. He sounded scared. So-ra felt her training kick in. She pushed Min-ho behind the cart. Her hand reached for her knife. But she stopped. "Play weak. Stay calm. Learn what they want." The aliens came closer. They spoke in sounds she didn't understand. Then a device on one of their arms made human words. "Female specimens found. Small. Weak. Perfect for markets." So-ra made her voice shake. "Please don't hurt us." The tallest alien stepped forward. He had more decorations on his armor. A leader. "You provide medical care?" his translator asked. So-ra nodded. She made herself look small and scared. "Yes, we're just helpers." "Good. Medical slaves bring high price." The aliens surrounded them. One pointed a device at So-ra. She felt a strange tingle. Then her muscles stopped working. She fell down. Min-ho collapsed next to her. "Loading cargo," the leader said. "Strong." Arms picked her up. So-ra let her head fall back. She watched everything. The ship was big and dark. It landed without sound. Other aliens carried Min-ho. Inside the ship, they put her in a cage. It was small but clean. Min-ho went in a different cage. More humans were already there. Dr. Park Jin-woo Hee-jin, others she didn't know. "So-ra," Dr. Park called. "Are you hurt?" "I'm okay," she whispered. "Stay calm." The cage wall was some kind of energy field. It felt warm but solid. So-ra pressed her hand against it. The nanobots in her system sent back information. Energy frequency, power source, weak points. Good, very good. The aliens talked among themselves. So-ra listened, picked up patterns, words, meanings. "Captain Kextar wants fast travel," one said. "Gex-4 markets pay well for medical slaves. another replied. Earth humans weak but useful. Sora almost smiled. Earth humans weak. They had no idea. The ship shook. They were leaving. Through a small window, Sora watched Earth get smaller. She felt sadness for a moment, but then her training took over. Mission mode. Gather information. Find weaknesses. Protect others. Complete the mission. The lead alien came back. His translator box spoke. I am Vec Commander Thazok. You are now property of the Great Vectory Empire. You will work in the medicine houses of Gexfor. Work well. Live well. Fight us, die badly. Dr. Park spoke up. We need water and food. Thazok looked at him. You speak for the group? I'm a doctor. I know what we need to stay healthy. Good. Healthy slaves worth more. Thazok made a gesture. Another alien brought water tubes and strange bars of food. Sora took some water. It tasted odd but clean. The food bar was sweet and thick, like paste. How long to Gex for? Dr. Park asked. 7 rotations, Thazok said. Rest. You work hard when we arrive. He left them alone. The ship hummed with energy. Sora felt the engines, felt the power moving through the walls. Her nanobots mapped everything they could sense. What are we going to do? Minho whispered. Dr. Park looked around. The aliens had left but might be listening. We survive, he said. We endure. We find a way. Sora nodded. But inside she was planning. 7 days. Enough time to learn the ship, learn the aliens, find their weaknesses. She closed her eyes. Let her nanobots run diagnostics. Her spine felt good. Her enhancements were hidden. The aliens had no idea what they had taken. They thought they had weak human females, medical workers who would sell well as slaves. They were wrong. Sora opened her eyes. Through the cage she saw space, stars everywhere, so far from home. But she wasn't afraid. She was a combat medic. She had kept soldiers alive in impossible battles. She had fought aliens on Mars. She knew how to turn healing into warfare. The Vectari had made a mistake. A big mistake. They had taken the wrong girl. Sora smiled in the dark. Time to show them what Earth's finest could do. 2 days on the ship passed slowly. The Vectari fed them twice a day. The food was strange but filled their stomachs. The humans stayed in their cages. They talked quietly among themselves. Sora learned more about her fellow prisoners. Dr. Park was a surgeon who worked with war refugees. Hyejin had been a military nurse before coming to Seoul. Minho was studying to be a pediatric doctor. There were others too. A teacher named Han Seong-ho, a translator called Lim Ji-young, all captured. All taken from their lives. They watch us, Sora whispered to Dr. Park. She pointed at small devices on the walls. Those are cameras. Dr. Park nodded. I know. We must be careful. The ship was bigger than it looked. Sora heard sounds from other parts. Many aliens worked. There. She counted footsteps, learned the patterns. When the ship was quiet, when guards walked past, on the 3rd day everything changed. Dr. Park started coughing. At first it was small, then it got worse. His face turned red. He couldn't breathe right. Help him, Minho screamed. The Vectari guards came running. They opened Dr. Park's cage. He was on the floor. His body was shaking. Human dying, one guard said. Captain, not like this. Sora made her voice weak. Please, let me help him. I know medicine. The aliens looked at each other, then at Dr. Park. He was getting worse. You help. If he dies, you die too. They opened Sora's cage. She crawled to Dr. Park, made herself look scared, but her hands were steady. What's wrong? Hyejin asked. Sora put her ear to Dr. Park's chest. His heart was too fast. His breathing was wrong. She knew what this was. Allergic reaction, she said, to something in the air here. Can you fix? The guard demanded. Sora looked around. The Vectari ship had different air than Earth, different bacteria, different everything. I need medicine, she said. From my bag. The aliens had taken their things. One guard left. He came back with Sora's medical kit. Sora opened it slowly. Her hands shook a little. Good. Let them think she was scared. Inside, she found what she needed, a drug for allergic shock. But it was made for humans. For Earth air, she had to change it. I need time to mix this right, she said. For your air, your ship. The guards talked in their language. Finally, one nodded. You work. Fast. Sora took out her tools. The Vectari crowded around. They watched her work. They didn't understand what she was doing, but Sora did. She wasn't just fixing medicine. Her nanobots were sampling the air, learning the ship's systems, finding the chemical makeup of everything. Her cybernetic spine let her move faster than normal. Her enhanced reflexes helped her work with perfect precision. But she hid it, made herself look clumsy. There, she said after 10 minutes. She held up a syringe. This should work. She injected Dr. Park. Within seconds, his breathing got better. His face returned to normal color. Impossible, one Vectari said. Human medicine too primitive. Sora helped Dr. Park sit up. Rest now, she told him. The lead guard looked at her differently. You know ship systems? A little, Sora lied. I had to guess. But inside, she was smiling. The nanobots had done more than just help with the medicine. They had mapped the ship's life, support, found the main computer, located the power cores, everything she needed. Guards, a new voice called. Bigger aliens came. Their armor had more decorations. Captain Kextar wants to see the medic, one said. They took Sora through the ship. She saw everything, how big it was, how many aliens lived here, where the weapons were stored. The bridge was huge. Screens showed space. Stars. A big alien sat in the center chair. His skin was darker than the others. Scars covered his face. I am Captain Kextar, he said. His voice was deep, dangerous. You fixed, broken human? Yes, Sora said. She made herself small. Good. How? I changed the medicine, made it work with your air. Kextar studied her. You understand our systems? Sora shook her head. No. I just guessed. Got lucky. Lucky. Kextar laughed. It sounded like breaking glass. Humans always say lucky. But you did more than luck. He stood up, walked around her. You are small, weak, but your mind works. Good. Medical slaves who understand systems, worth more. Sora felt sick, but she nodded. Thank you. Vec Commander Thazok says you help others. Make them strong. Keep them healthy. I try. Good. We arrive at Gexvor in 4 rotations. You keep humans working. Strong. I give you better cage. More food. Back in the prison area, the other humans gathered around her. Are you okay? Hyojin asked. Fine, Sora said. But we have problems. She told them about the captain, how the aliens saw her differently now. He thinks I understand their systems, she whispered. That's good and bad. Dr. Park looked better. Why good? Because now I can move around more. Help him with sick humans. And why bad? Minho asked. Because they'll watch me closer. That night in her new larger cage, Sora worked. The nanobot sent information through her spine, into her brain. She learned about the ship. The power flowed from 3 cores. The life support had 12 nodes. The computer had weak spots. The weapons were controlled from 2 places. Interesting. She also learned about Gexvor. The slave markets there were huge. Humans went to different places, some to mines, some to farms, some to be experiments. That would not happen. The next day brought new problems. Another human got sick, then another. The Vectari air was making them ill. Please, Dr. Park said to a guard, let Sora help them, she knows how. Sora was brought out again, this time with her full medical kit. She worked on each sick human. But while she helped them, her nanobots worked too. They spread through the air vents, into the ship's systems, learning everything. "You good medic," a young Vectari guard said, "for human." Sora smiled weakly. "Thank you." The guard's name was Jekval. He was new, young for his species. "Jekval like humans," he said quietly. "Think Captain wrong to sell you." Sora looked surprised. "You help humans?" "Cannot. Too dangerous, but Jekval, sorry." An idea began to form in Sora's mind. That night she heard the humans talking. "We can't escape," someone said. "This ship is too big, too many aliens." "We have to try," Yejin said. Dr. Park nodded. "But how?" Sora listened from her cage. They were losing hope, getting scared. Soon they would break. Time to change that. She stood up, made sure the guards weren't watching. "Listen," she whispered. "I have a plan." "What kind of plan?" Dr. Park asked. Sora smiled, the same smile she had worn in battle, the smile that meant bad things for her enemies, the kind where the aliens learned they took the wrong people. "The plan is simple," Sora whispered to the humans. They gathered close in the dark. "We have 2 days before Gexivore. That's enough time." Dr. Park looked worried. "Time for what?" "To show them what Earth medics can really do." Sora had been preparing. Her nanobots had spread through the ship's systems. They moved like tiny spies, recording, learning, finding weak spots. The next morning started like any other. Food came. Guards checked on them. Sora was taken to help sick humans again. But this time was different. While she worked on a human with a fever, Sora did something else. She pressed her hand against the wall. The nanobots flowed out, into the life support system, not to break it, to change it. "How is he?" Dr. Park asked about the sick human. "Better," Sora said. "The fever is going down." It was true. But the fever hadn't gone down naturally. Sora's nanobots had helped. They had found the infection, killed it, fixed the damage. Her nanobots were no longer just for healing. She had programmed them for war. That afternoon, strange things began happening on the ship. First, some Vectari guards got sick. They felt dizzy, their vision blurred, not dangerous, just uncomfortable. "Ship air bad," one guard complained. Then the food processors broke. Not completely. They just made food that tasted terrible. "Engineers find problem," Captain Kekstar ordered. The engineers found nothing, because the problems weren't broken machines. They were Sora's nanobots, making small changes, causing small troubles. "Interesting," Vec Commander Thazok said. "Nothing major, just annoying." By evening, more problems appeared. Lights flickered. Doors opened slowly. The ship's computer made weird sounds. Jekval, the young guard, came to Sora. "Ship having problems," he said quietly. "I noticed," Sora replied. She acted surprised. "Captain angry. Engineers cannot find cause." "That's strange." Jekval looked around, made sure no one listened. Jekval think, maybe humans doing this. Sora's face showed shock. "How? We're in cages." "Not no. Just think maybe." "We're not engineers," Sora said. "We're medical workers." Jekval nodded, but his eyes said he wasn't sure. That night, Sora made her next move. She waited until the guards changed shifts. Then she spoke to the nanobots in her blood. Time to work. The tiny machines flowed through her skin, into the cage's energy field. They studied it, found its pattern. Then they began to change it. Slowly, the energy field weakened. Just a little, not enough to escape, but enough to reach out. Sora touched Dr. Park's cage, passed nanobots to him. "What was that?" he whispered. "Help," Sora said. The nanobots spread to Hyejin, then Minho, then the others. They moved through skin, into blood, into brains. But these nanobots were different. They didn't take over. They helped. Made the humans feel stronger, think clearer, react faster. I feel better, Yijin said. Good, Sora whispered. Now listen carefully. She told them the plan, how her nanobots had mapped the ship, where the important systems were, how they could fight. You want us to fight aliens? Minho asked. He sounded scared. I want us to survive, Sora said, and make sure no other humans get taken. Dr. Park understood first. The nanobots, you can use them as weapons. Yes. But how? Sora smiled. In the dark, it looked dangerous. Ever wonder what happens when nanobots attack bacteria, or viruses, or alien nervous systems? The next day brought chaos. Several Vectari collapsed. Their nervous systems went haywire. They shook, couldn't think clearly, fell down. Ship plague, one alien screamed. Captain Kextar was furious. Find the source. The engineers scanned everything, but they couldn't find the problem. Because the problem was invisible. Nanobots too small to detect. Sora was brought to the bridge again. You understand medicine, Kextar said. His voice was angry, dangerous. What is this sickness? Sora looked afraid. I don't know. Maybe something in the air? You help alien crew, make them better. I can try. They gave her access to the ship's medical center. It was bigger than the human prison, full of alien medicines, equipment she had never seen. Sora pretended to study the sick aliens, but really she was learning. Her nanobots flowed into machines, copied alien technology, studied how Vectari bodies worked. Fascinating. While she worked, Jekval helped her. Humans causing this? He asked quietly. Sora looked at him, made a choice. Would you care if they were? Jekval was quiet for a long time, then nodded. Jekval would help. Even against your own kind? Captain sells good beings, makes them slaves. Wrong. Sora studied his face, decided to trust him. We might need your help soon. That night, the ship's problems got worse. Main power flickered. Gravity fields wavered. The hyperspace drive made strange noises. We're losing control, the engineer reported. Captain Kextar roared his anger. Fix it. But they couldn't, because every fix they tried was undone by Sora's nanobots. In the prison area, the humans felt stronger. The nanobots had enhanced them. Not like Sora, who had proper cybernetic implants, but enough. The cage locks are weaker, Dr. Park whispered. I know, Sora said. Tomorrow. Tomorrow what? Tomorrow we fight. But Captain Kextar had a different plan. The next morning, heavy guards came, full armor, big weapons. Ship problems came with humans, Kextar announced. Time to test this. They took Sora to a new room, strapped her to a table, brought medical scanners. We scan human. Find how she causes problems. Sora felt real fear for the first time. If they scanned too deep, they would find her implants, her enhancements, the truth about what she was. Time had run out. Do it, she whispered to her nanobots. The ship exploded into action. Alarms blared. Lights went out. Power cores overloaded. In the confusion, Sora's enhanced spine gave her strength. She broke the straps, jumped from the table. Impossible, Kextar screamed. Sora looked at him, smiled. This time didn't hide the danger in it. You made one mistake, Captain. What? Mistake? You thought Earth only sent weak humans to space. The door burst open. Dr. Park and Hyjin rushed in. They moved faster than normal, stronger. The nanobots had changed them. You want to know what we are? Sora asked. She let her cybernetic spine show. Nanobots flowed around her like living metal. We're not just medical workers, we're Earth's combat medics. And you just made us very angry. Captain Kextar reached for his weapon, but Sora moved faster. Her enhanced reflexes kicked in. She grabbed him before he could draw. Now, she said, let's discuss new terms. Captain Kextar stared at Sora. His eyes were wide with shock. Her cybernetic spine glowed through her skin. Nanobots moved around her like living water. "Combat medic," he said slowly. "From Earth Defense Forces." Sora nodded. "Mars Campaign, 3rd Combat Medical Division." "Impossible. Our scouts said Earth humans are weak." "Your scouts were wrong." Dr. Park and Hyojin moved to her sides. The nanobots had made them stronger, faster, but they weren't soldiers like Sora. "What now?" Dr. Park asked. Sora looked at the captain. "Now we make a deal." "Humans do not make deals," Kextar roared. "You are slaves." "We're slaves," Sora corrected. Things changed. Alarms kept blaring. The ship shook harder. Through the windows, stars spun. The hyperspace drive was failing. "Fix my ship," Kextar demanded. "No, then we all die," Sora shrugged. "Then we all die." "Your choice, Captain." Vec Commander Thazuk burst into the room. His armor was damaged. "Captain, humans escape. They fight. Guards." Sora smiled. The nanobots she had given other prisoners were working. They were breaking free. "HFY helps them," Thazuk continued. "He betrays us." "Kill the traitor," Kextar ordered. "No," Sora said firmly. "Touch him, and your ship dies." She held up her hand. Nanobots flowed from her fingers. They moved toward the ship's computer. "Stop," Kextar screamed. "Then we talk." Through the door, sounds of fighting echoed. Human voices, alien cries. The nanobots had made the prisoners stronger, but they weren't trained fighters. "Dr. Park," Sora said. "Take Hyojin. Help the others." "What about you?" "I stay. Finish this." They left. Sora faced the 2 alien commanders alone. She felt calm, like during the worst battles on Mars. "What do you want?" Kextar asked. "First, stop the ship. Cancel landing at Gexfor." "Cannot. We are expected. Then you'll arrive with no living crew." Sora let more nanobots spread. They flowed into the walls. The ship's systems screamed warnings. Life support failing, and engineer reported through the radio. "See?" Sora said. "Your choice." Thazak drew his weapon. "Kill the human." But Sora moved too fast. Her enhanced spine gave her speed. She grabbed his arm. Broke it. The weapon clattered away. "I've been gentle so far," she said quietly. "Don't make me show you what Mars taught me." Kextar finally understood. This small human wasn't just a medic. She was a weapon. "What deal?" he asked. "Simple. You release all humans. Take us back toward Earth space. Send a message to your empire." "What message?" "That humans aren't weak prey. That Earth is protected. That anyone who takes humans will face consequences. And if I refuse?" Sora's nanobots flowed back to her. They covered her hands like armor. "Remember how I healed Dr. Park? Made medicine for your heir? Fixed problems you couldn't solve?" Kextar nodded. "I can do the opposite. Every system on this ship, every organ in your body, I can break them, slowly, carefully, like a medic in reverse." The captain's skin went pale. Even through his dark armor, fear showed. "You are monster." "I'm a medic. I save who I can. I stop who threatens my patients." Fighting sounds came closer. The human prisoners were winning. "Decide," Sora said. "Now." Kextar looked at his wounded commander, at his failing ship, at the small human who had brought down his empire's prized vessel. "I agree." "Smart choice." The door opened. All the humans came in. They looked tired but victorious. HFY was with them. His young face showed determination. "The ship is ours," Dr. Park announced. "Good," Sora said. "Captain Kextar was just explaining how he'll help us." She turned to the alien leader. "Send the message, all frequencies. Tell the Vectari Empire what happened here." Kextar moved to the ship's communication system. His hands shook as he sent the message. "This is Captain Kextar of the Bone Collector. We attacked human ship, took human prisoners. We were wrong. Humans are not weak. They are dangerous. Very dangerous. Earth sends warriors disguised as healers. Avoid human space. This is warning to all Vectari ships. Add this, Sora said. Any Vectari ship that harms humans will face Earth's response. We protect our people. The captain repeated her words. And one more thing, Sora continued. You will take us to the edge of Earth space. You will release us safely. Then you will never come to our systems again. Yes, Kextar agreed weakly. The trip took 3 days. During that time, Sora worked with HFY. The young alien had chosen to help humans. He couldn't stay with his people. Come with us, she offered. Earth needs allies who understand. HFY nodded. Yes, Earth good, Vectari wrong. When they reached the edge of Earth space, an emergency signal went out. Within hours, Earth defense ships surrounded them. Admiral Kim Tae-yang, Sora's commanding officer, came aboard. He saw the condition of the Vectari ship, the defeated aliens, the victorious humans. Report, Corporal, he said to Sora. Mission, successful, sir. All humans safe. One alien ally. Enemy warned. The Admiral smiled. Outstanding work. They transferred to the Earth ships. The Vectari were allowed to leave, but their message had already spread. Days later, reports came from across the galaxy. Vectari ships had stopped raiding human colonies. Other alien empires heard the message. They too began avoiding Earth space. But the biggest change came from humans themselves. We're not just scientists and explorers anymore, Admiral Kim told the news. Earth has warriors in space. Our medics heal. They also protect. Sora stood at the observation deck of the Earth station. Dr. Park joined her. Regrets? He asked. No, we protected our people. We sent a message. What's next? Sora looked at the stars. Somewhere out there, more humans might need help, might need protecting. We stay ready, she said. Next time aliens think humans are easy prey, they'll remember. They'll remember the medics who fought back. Minho approached them. The young student looked different now. Stronger, determined. Corporal Sora, he said. I want to join Earth Defense. Learn to fight like you. Sora nodded. Earth needs medics who can fight, and fighters who can heal. As the years passed, the story spread. The small human medic who brought down a Vectari warship, who saved her people and warned the galaxy. But Sora never thought of herself as special. She was just a medic. Someone who healed when she could. Someone who fought when she had to. The galaxy learned a hard lesson that day. Earth didn't send just anyone to the stars. They sent their best, and their best were very dangerous when threatened. The Vectari had wanted weak prey, easy slaves for their markets. Instead, they found Earth's finest. Combat medics trained to save lives and take them when needed. They had kidnapped the wrong girl, and now the entire galaxy knew it.